Well, it's finally here. The 5th and final issue of Halo, The Rise of Atriox has finally been released. And by Urus is a great way to end this anthology. The brute chieftain, Jovus, believes himself to be the most dangerous brute in the galaxy, but Atriox's fearsome legend has reached even the most distant UNSC outpost. When the two brutes come face to face, their clash shapes the future of the Banished. So without further ado, let's get right into it. This is Rise of Atriox, issue 5. Our comic opens up with the UNSC base being under siege by Jirohanai forces, led by the fearsome chieftain, Jovus. The Jirohanai breach the base, and the humans inside are left at the chieftain's mercy. He gives the commander of the base to his second-in-command, Buka, who is fluent in the human dialect, to tell him who has conquered his pathetic base. To his surprise and anger, however, the human had thought that Jovus was the war master of the Banished, Atriox. Fueled by rage, he orders the base to be destroyed, regardless of the supplies they need. Eager to see why Atriox's name is well known and feared throughout the galaxy, Jovus sets out to find him, but has no solid leads as of yet. However, one of his brutes receives a distress call from a remote colony of Karava. For those of you who have read Halo Escalation, you would be pretty familiar with this colony. It was where Captain Lasky and Petra Janicek ventured to find a Sangheili mercenary, Zeph Taral. It's a small thing that caught my attention, but I thought it'd be worth sharing. Moving on, as Jovus' cruiser arrives at Karava, they find the Banished carrier, Enduring Conviction, has been waiting for them. The carrier then hails Jovus. He accepts, and finds himself speaking to Shipmaster Let Valir. The Shipmaster welcomes Jovus, and wonders if he has come to join the Banished. The chieftain then scoffs the idea of a Sangheili banding with the Jirohanai, and demands to know where Atriox is. The Shipmaster informs him that the War Master is on the surface of the planet, and the Shipmaster will not intervene. Upon landing on Karava's surface, Jovus ponders on why Let allowed his forces to land without a fight. Not long after, someone approaches his encampment, Decimus. Like Valir, Decimus offers Jovus a place within the Banished, for Atriox is a mighty leader, recounting the skirmish on Atriox, in which he slew swarms of Yanmeye almost single-handedly. Jovus refuses again, and takes Decimus as his prisoner. Then, suddenly, Banished forces surround Jovus' warpact, led by... Wait a minute. Pavium? And as they retreat into a Covenant depot, they are ambushed by... Vordis? Damn! When I first read this, I was shocked to see them. After awakening the nightmare, I really expected these two to appear in the anthology, and it's nice to see that I was right. Back to the issue. As Jovus' pact is surrounded by all sides, his brutes fall one by one, and after Decimus wounds the chieftain, he pleads for mercy. Atriox then emerges from the chaos, and offers Jovus one last chance to join him. He then reveals that Buka has sent messages to the Banished, in the hopes that his chieftain would see him as a great ally. But Jovus, steeped in the old ways of the Jirohanai, makes a last stand against Atriox. Expecting such a response, Atriox drew Chainbreaker and brought down the grizzled old fool. To Atriox, Jovus was the past, of infighting for supremacy for nothing. He then declares that the ways of Jovus, of the Covenant, were dead, and the time of the Banished had begun. And that's issue 5, and God, it was such a great comic. It delivered great story, great art, great dialogue, great everything. I loved how it ended with Atriox consolidating power over the other Jirohanai within Jovus' pact, and becoming the badass leader that we know and love. The art also was so good like issue 3, which is also an improvement over the rapidly different issue 4. Like I said, I don't dislike the art from issue 4, but it was so different compared to the others. My only nitpick is Jovus' look. Now I love the Halo 3 Jirohanai chieftains, but I'm beginning to feel like 343 is overusing them in the expanded universe. I personally would have loved to see Jovus in a Halo Reach style chieftain armor, but like I said, that's more of a nitpick from my account. Overall, this was a great conclusion to the Rise of Atriox anthology. I give Rise of Atriox issue 5 a 10 out of 10. It was an utterly perfect conclusion to one of my favorite comics of all time. Now before I go, I have a big announcement to make to you guys. Me and Halo Can will be doing a joint review of the whole series on his channel, so be sure to subscribe to his channel to see it. I cannot wait to share our thoughts with you guys. But until then, may Urus's everlasting light shine your path. Victory to clan and kin, fellow Covenant warriors. Covenant Cannon, out.